Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lakwe Shweton. Now let's be honest, first dates are never much fun, or at least anticipating them is never a lot of fun, because there's so many emotions going on inside you. There's excitement at the thought of the first date happening at all, and then there's also a bit of nervousness because you're hoping that it's going to go well and nothing goes wrong. So first dates can make you feel queasy. To make you feel a little better though, and to make the first date go well, what you can do is to anticipate the questions that you want to ask the other person. And that's what this video is all about. In case you are new here, this channel is all about how to attract the right person for you, especially if you're a single woman over the age of 30. If that is something that you're interested in, then you should click the subscribe button down below right now so that you'll be notified as soon as a new video of mine comes out. Now, let's get back to the topic of today, the 3 best questions to ask on a first date. Question 1 is, what do you do for a living? Now, I know that's not one of the most original questions ever, but it's one of the best questions to ask because it's something that everybody likes to talk about. Most people have their identities tied to their occupation. That's not necessarily a good thing, but that's just the way it is. So when you ask people what they do for a living, usually they can talk at length about it. Sometimes people will talk about how much they hate their job, or they'll talk about how they got a new promotion, whatever it is. By the way, those 2 things, those are red flags. You don't want someone that is always complaining or someone who is arrogant. I mean, confidence is one thing and arrogance is another. So look out for confidence, not arrogance. And also, if someone is complaining about their jobs, the first date that you meet them, can you imagine what it's going to be like a year from now? That's a red flag. Anyway, asking people what they do for a living is a really good question because it lets them talk about themselves at length. Question number 2 to ask is, what do you do for fun? This is because it forces the other person to think about things that they like doing or things that make them happy. And so when they think about those things and they start talking about those things, they'll feel happy and associate you with being happy as well. So that's a good thing for you. Another good thing about this question is that it will help you realize whether this person and you, whether you guys have things in common or not. So that's a good question to ask. The third and final question that you should ask on a first date to make sure everything goes well is, what is your favorite book or movie? Now, most people like one or the other. And then because it's also something that they like, they're going to feel happy and excited talking about it, and they'll be able to talk about it easily. It will make them feel comfortable. So ask them what it is, which book or which movie they like. Also, it will help you know whether you will get along with this person. So those are the top 3 questions, or my best questions to ask on a first date. You might have noticed that all these questions require the other person to talk about themselves at length, and there's a reason for that. The reason for that is that most people like talking about themselves. It's everyone's favorite topic. So always ask the other person questions about themselves that they can talk about at length. And you'll also notice that these questions are open-ended questions. They're not closed questions. Closed questions are questions that can be answered with one word, like yes, no, or fine. Closed questions bring the conversation to an end instead of prolonging the conversation. So if you say things like, do you like your job? The person says no. And then 2 of you are left twiddling your thumbs and looking into your drinks. That's not any fun. So always ask open-ended questions. If you use these 3 questions, you'll find that your first dates get better from now on. I can't wait to hear from you and how your first dates go from now on using these 3 questions that I've suggested for you. I'm a relationship coach and I've written a ton of free ebooks. You can get some of them by going to www.bitly.com/free resources from Lakwe. That's www.bitly.com/free resources from Lakwe. If you enjoyed this video or you found it useful, please give it a like below, share it with your friends, and also subscribe to this YouTube channel, because this channel is going to give you tips on how to create a love life that you love. I wish you love and strength. Bye.